Right, sorry. So a few words about the wrist locks and compliance in training. First, the degree of compliance is expected in any style that you study. When you're learning a new move or a new concept, you want your partner to help you out to get it right. With wrist locks, it's especially true. They're quite easy to get out of if you know what you're doing, quite difficult to apply, and it's remarkably easy to sabotage a demo. But we'll get to that in a minute. I'll show you how to deal with that as well. There are kind of three main wrist locks. There are endless variations, but there is three of them. There is the one where you go this direction, there is the one where you go in this direction, and then there is a simple one where you kind of go like this, right? Where your elbow is locked and you do this. Variations are, you don't have to do it with the wrist, you can do it just with a thumb. You can do it with the fingers, but really the concepts are 1, 2, 3. We're going to show them in just a second. Andrew and I are going to demonstrate a couple of ideas. So the very basic wrist lock. See how compliant he is giving me his hand. He is allowing me to take up the slack. I start feeling the resistance and then I apply the lock, right? The other one is I turn the wrist like this, thumb pointing down, pinky goes towards the chin, elbow is bent, and it feels like that, right? Sorry. He's very compliant. The other one is the final one, is where the lock is applied here and the elbow doesn't have anywhere to go. Now, all of them are relatively easy to get out of unless they are properly on. I don't know solutions for everything. I know there are some locks that when they're on properly, you're done, right? For example, this lock here, right? In training, when he's compliant, allows me to do this, it's one thing, but when I do combat version of this lock and I do this sort of thing, it's not just the air choke and the blood choke and the neck break and all the other stuff. When it's on and it's over pretty quickly, right? The point I'm trying to make is that for every lock in the beginning stages there is a solution. For example, if Andrew tries to do the lock on me, and I wait for it to a bit more, but yeah, that's a good. Keep it there for a second, so I can still talk. So there is still compliance. I can allow this to enter me and to give it back to him. I can go with the motion he's giving me and allow my elbow to go up, and then I can escape. I can move my, ready? Good. A bit, use two hands. Yeah, that's good. I can use my body to escape. So there are multiple solutions for the lock. Or I can just be strong and not allow him to do it, right? So all of this stuff with the locks, we're learning them so we can understand how the body works, how it moves. We can understand our movement better, our tension, and our level of stress. This is why we play with the locks. In combat, if he's ready to fight me, how am I going to go and do? Okay, so it's not going to happen. But the professionals do apply the locks, but there is a trick. The trick is the relaxing strike, as it's called in Russian, расслабляющий удар. So when I'm trying to apply the lock and he's resisting, and he's not allowing me to do it, the relaxing strike could be delivered perhaps even before I get my hand on him. It could be something there, right? To drag his awareness, his attention, his being from the point of contact. I kind of go, and I can do the lock. I would not be able to do this if all of me was also here. Plus, he's got other free hand and he can do things to me. Same thing here. If he grabs my chest with two hands, so the fists are vertical. From there, I would try to go for. You see, my form is gone. I'm weak, and I'm trying to go here, and it's not happening. Right? Allow me to do it for a minute. I want to get him to this stage where I bend and I can apply that movement. I gotta do something to allow him to accept my movement. So it's something of this nature will then be workable. So the wrist lock in itself is not really the goal. It's kind of a gift. It's like you're walking through the forest, you find a mushroom, you pick it up, but you're not desperate to go and find the mushroom or to go and get the wrist lock, right? We're doing our work, we kind of doing this, and all of a sudden I got a position where I can do the wrist lock. If I'm a professional and I need to escort someone somewhere, there would be a relaxing strike of some nature somewhere to put his attention somewhere else. Right?
Yeah.
But at a demo, when I have beginners in the class, I want them to understand that there is a wrist that can move in this direction. There is a degree of freedom in this movement, right? So we're looking for natural movement, and then we're going to take it to the edge, and then we apply. This in a demo is important for the students to understand. And it's also important for us to know that we come to class to learn and to help our partner learn, and not to sabotage the movement and to be here and say, do a wrist lock on me, go on. Oh, you cannot do it. What are you, a pussy? Nah, bullshit. You cannot be an instructor. It's full of shit. Systema doesn't work. The point is, let's go and train. Let's help each other learn new things and become better people, better protected, really. And let's come back home safe. Thank you. Peace.